We live. We are live. How are we doing? How are we feeling, everybody? How are we doing? It's another beautiful Tuesday afternoon. We got ourselves a nice, chill hangout stream planned for tonight. Make sure to go ahead and, of course, if you haven't already, leave a like on the stream and share this around as maybe as possible. Let people know that we are going live right now and that this is the place to be. You don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out, especially for tonight. I got a special guest on for tonight. Discord. There we go. Yeah, I got a special guest on for tonight. So, it was not super. No, it wasn't super like impossible, but I was very grateful to this person for being able to hop in on tonight. So very very grateful for that. Let's see live chat. Make sure it's serious. Yeah, okay, we should be good. Should be good and ready to go for tonight. But yeah, man, I'm very happy to be here. It's another fantastic Tuesday. Again, of course, giving you guys opportunities to win this week's live stream game, but also just hanging out. Having a nice little kickback stream to hang out with every single one of y'all. Noah De La Cruz, Victor Montes, what's going on, guys? Good to have you here as well. I see that we have 25 congruent viewers and only 6 likes. Make sure to keep bumping up those likes, guys. Greatly appreciate it. Airsoft Phantom just got paid today. That's what's up, baby. That's what's up. What a great time to tune in for the live stream. Darkest of Trees, what's happening, dog? I saw your video, by the way. Doctor, I saw your LTX review video. Freaking fantastic work, my guy. Also, damn you for putting that video of that cheeseburger from Astro Burger in that video too. You made me freaking hungry yesterday when I saw that shit for the first time. Creekside Airsoft, hello. Good to have you here as well. Arnie Valdez, what up? Cutter, what's going on, dog? Joshua Heinman, what's up? Good to have you here as well, brother. Good to have you here as well. But yes. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to go out and just hang out and stream with all y'all tonight. Got some things we're going to be going over, of course, reminding everybody of some of the biggest things we got coming up. Obviously, big chief amongst which is going to be BB Wars, which I am super freaking excited about. I am so freaking hyped for. If you haven't already, make sure to go out and get your ticket. You guys see it on the left-hand side. You guys see the promotion going on. BB Wars tickets, we're getting you 4 entries, but I'll be talking about that more. I'll be talking about that more as we get along. Prime Tech, what's happening, dog? Primo Technician, good to have you here as well. Good to have you here as well. Astro Burger is Friday. Now I want to go. Now I really want to go. Noah De La Cruz, that is a fantastic question. I will be answering that as well. Wish I go to BB Wars, but I'm in Pennsylvania. And on that day, I will be seeing the Blue Angels in my hometown. Hey, Blue Angels are tight, bro. Blue Angels are absolutely freaking tight. Victor also missed last week's live stream because I went out to watch the Miku. Oh, my God. Oh, your obsession with Hatsune Miku, bro, is not healthy, dude. It's not healthy. Get some help. Stop it. Get some help. Joshua Heinman, just ordered my first airsoft gun, MD4 Mark III. Hey, that's what's up, Joshua. That's a fantastic pick, dog. That is an absolutely fantastic pick. Wish I could go to. How do you guys deal with goggles fogging up? There's a few different ways you can go about it. One way that's like super old that I've seen a lot of divers use is they'll use dish soap. Super thin layer of dish soap, and they'll wash their goggles with it. You could use a very thin layer of Vaseline. I have no idea if that one works. You'll have to let me know if you try it. But then you can also just get like anti-fog solution. There's like quite a few different options you can find online. I'll usually buy anti-fog wipes. That usually seems to do the job pretty well, but it's not a very long-term solution. It really is just a matter of like body temperature, ambient temperature, and then also proper ventilation. That's like the biggest thing. What is BB Wars? Smarty Voy? I don't know how you say that. By the way, good to have you on the stream as well. It is a Airsoft event which we host. It is a series of games that we host. We've been hosting them for years and years, and I was able to finally get one going for the field Jungle Island Paintball out in Lake Elsinore, California. It was not easy to get this one going, so I would appreciate if every single one of you got your tickets in now while you can. If you find even if there's a small remote chance of you being able to get the time off to be able to participate, I'm going to strongly recommend you do so. It's going to be tight, man. It's going to be absolutely freaking sick. We're going to have some longer game modes planned for the day itself. So It's going to be a really, really good time. It's going to be split into 2 teams. It's very Star Wars thematically inspired. So you have the Empire and you have the Rebels, right? I'll actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and leave a link to the rules, or not to the rules, to the BB Wars tickets on the side. I might as well go ahead and let you guys know. Welcome, everybody that's just joining in right now. If you can, please let me know that you guys want us to continue with these live streams by making sure you leave a like on this live stream, sharing this around with as many people as you possibly can. And, of course, if you do have any Airsoft-related questions or questions in general, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm going to be having a special guest for tonight as well. You know him as Mr. Mayo, but if you know if you don't know who I'm talking about, you'll see soon enough. You'll see soon enough. All right, I'm gonna leave a link to the BB Wars tickets onto the live chat for y'all to check out. It's the easiest thing in the world, right? It's the easiest thing in the world. Empire, camouflage clothing. Rebels, civilian clothing or solid colors, just not black. It's very simple. It's like the easiest thing ever. We even got our boy Eddie Valiant Airsoft to pull through for the event as well. He's going to be going Team Rebels along with Boaz, while I will be spearheading with the Empire. So again, make sure to go and get your tickets now while you can. That one as well. Scrolling down. Oh my goodness. Just purchase an X4. I'm going to see if that works. It's a challenge for people like me that wear glasses. Oh yes, so I can understand that. Usually, what I would say, any sort of like RX inserts, any sort of like rubber gaskets that can also work with glasses would probably the most recommended way to go about it, but it can be a little pricey. You go that route. That's right. Mr. Mayo has shown himself on the chat. Mr. Mayo is going to be my special guest for tonight. I'm going to be asking him some questions that I've curated as well. I wrote them down on the list somewhere. Hopefully I can find them, but if not, I remembered like most of them. They should all be off the noggin. They should all be there. Can't touch airsoft relicas on a live. We'll get shot. Yeah, that's true. No, if we could, I would love to show off guns like in person, like me manipulating them and showing them. I used to be able to do it. But man, the rules have gotten so difficult to abide by. Every time we would show off a gun in our hands, it would immediately just like get zucked. The live would just be interrupted and just stopped for violating terms of service. Whatever. It's toys, guys. It's toys, YouTube. But whatever. Can't do much about it. Even when we've shown off guns on stream before, we cannot show them in our hands. We have to just like lay them flat and then have a camera just kind of face it. You know what I mean? Like we can't really do much with them. We're going to videos with twos or my glass and it works great. Yeah, that's the other thing too. There's no guarantee as to what will actually work because everyone's face and head shape is going to be a little bit different. Some people will swear to go with this combo for glasses and goggles, and then another person tries it and then it just doesn't work. It also depends on how big of a frames you're also working with too. That's a very, very, very big one as well. All right, guys, I'll go ahead and start the Discord call with my boy. See if I can get him on right now. All right, let's go here. Let's do this. Pull up my Discord. I'm pretty sure, Cisco, I'm pretty sure this is you. I could be wrong. Let me know if this is you. I'm messaging your Discord right now. Tell me if this is correct. I'm pretty sure this is you. I'm like fairly certain this is you. All right, because I want you to hop in on the call real soon. I just DM'd you. Okay, cool. Sweet, that'll work. Let's do. Hello. Can you see and or hear me?
Jesus Christ, your voice is so loud. It's just my hold on. Let me adjust my audio.
Yeah, you're fine.
Loud as hell. It's fucking jump scare me. What's good, my boy? What's up, everyone?
How you doing? Let's see if I can bring you onto the screen right here. There we go. There we is. How do I bring this? There we go. Full screen. Bringing you up.
Wait, you wanted me on camera? Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
I don't have to.
You want me on camera?
You don't have to be if you don't want to. I could just do a voice call if you prefer.
I can't hold on. Just let me throw a shirt on really quick. Goddamn it! Wait a minute.
I just called Mans while he was naked.
Oh, I'm not naked. I mean, it's in house attire. Wait a minute. Hold on.
House attire's fine. House attire's fine. If anything, some people
motherfucker.
some people on this stream would say naked would be better.
Hold on. I am getting a shirt on. Wait a minute.
Okay. Boosting his audio right now, Crazy J. Boosting his audio right now. Don't disrespect Miku like that. What is Star Wars theme for? Why the Star Wars theme? Who chose the theme, or how was it decided upon? Smarty Vey, that was years ago. I don't know what led them to do the marketing team at the time to do Star Wars. But I mean, other than just Star Wars is freaking cool. But yeah, it's just we've been kind of keeping the tradition rolling ever since, and we are very happy to do so because it's freaking fun as hell, man. Because freaking fun as hell. Oh, wait, get those dollars out. I was gonna make a put a shirt on joke too. Master of his own domain. That's what's up. By the way, what's going on, RPG lovers? Yeah, no, I accidentally called Cisco. He wants to look a little more presentable. We're giving him some time to go ahead and doll himself up a little bit for the camera. He's got to take care of it. He's the moneymaker, man. It's the moneymaker. It's Princess great a mystery box last week, and it depends on the mystery box you order, because sometimes we even tell people like, hey, this is a sniper rifle and shotgun mystery box, so if you get one of those, it's kind of what you ordered. But again, just depends on what you get, man. It depends on the mystery box you get. Richard Valdez, what's going on, Richard? Will you guys make a video on the dress code for each side? I mean, it's pretty. Hey, there he is. There is Mr. Mayo himself.
Hold on, I gotta get everything. I gotta get everything turned on. It's been a minute since I've activated the stream setup. What else am I missing? I feel like I'm missing other things. No, that's on. That's on.
Oh, I'll tell you what you're missing. It's something that you normally carry. Something that you normally have in your arms. It's me.
Oh.
Smooth, wasn't it?
That was. I can't even lie. I was like, I can't hold guns in the stream.
I wish we could. I wish we could without getting freaking zucked. But
yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
For those that don't know, I don't know why you wouldn't know. This man has been here for GI longer than I have. He has been the head of marketing for GI for many years. Took a slight break for 2024. And I was able to hop in and hopefully try to fill in the gaps. But man is back right now. He is helping us out quite a bit with our marketing projects currently, and will of course be joining us for BB Wars. You should know it require no introduction, but I'm going to leave you an introduction as well. Tell the people who you are.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Cisco. I hope you guys are doing well tonight. That was one hell of an introduction that I did not deserve. Yeah, I'm just chilling, guys. What's up?
Darwin's over here saying, not gonna lie, getting nostalgic at seeing Cisco on streams.
Clown. No, yeah, it has been really difficult. I mean, today I was able to make it work, but yeah, it's still going through some changes in life. I mean, if you guys have paid attention to every stream, I've hopped on a couple of streams this year and last year, but yeah, I mean, I'm just here, grinding, still going through life, trying to sort things out. But yeah, as Isaiah said, as a lot of you guys that have been following us for a while, through 2024, I did take a break. I was still working with GI, but I couldn't be as hands-on as I once was. But I'm back, baby. I'm here. I've actually been back, but
No, yeah, no. The people have been like, the regulars should know that you've been here for a while. We even made a whole thing. If you guys have been keeping up with our main YouTube channel as well, you've already hosted like several mainline videos as well, several main uploads. Which if you haven't checked those out, make sure to go ahead and watch those as well. But I actually had a few questions to ask that I've kind of curated. I can't find my list anywhere, but I remember like 70-ish% of the questions. So we'll kind of go as you see fit. And by the way, for those that are wondering, Cisco is still feeling a little bit under the weather. So if you do have to leave earlier for whatever reason, by all means, go for it, dude. No hard feelings whatsoever. I know you're still, technically speaking, on the mend.
No, it's all good. I appreciate you. I mean, I already told Isaias, but this morning I got up, I had really bad vertigo, and like I could not stand without gripping a wall. And pause.
Whoa,
and,
yo, whoa.
and yeah, it was really rough. It's not the first time I've had like a vertigo spell like that, but it was like I could not walk. So I mean, I was able to get some deep stretches in. I think I just pinched a nerve, and that really like messed me up this morning. But I'm back. I'll be in office tomorrow. We chilling.
Good. All right, so question number one. This is to address all the comments that I got for a little over a year, and I'm still a little salty about. Did you die?
Yeah. So unfortunately, what you're seeing is a pre-recorded AI audio. I am in fact dead. I actually died back in 2023 when my garage was broken into, and my collection was gone. Gone.
Bro, RPG lovers literally like coincidentally, dang, this deep fate AI Cisco is super good. Which model are you using?
You know, if you're a weeaboo, you might have heard of an anime called Sword Art Online. I was the creator of that world who uploaded his consciousness into the internet. So yeah, that's what.
God, I freaking hate that anime. Freaking hate Sword
Art. A lot of people do, but it's funny because like I rewatched it recently, and I was like, it's not that bad.
No, it's not. It's not the worst like anime I've ever seen.
I would say it's not that bad now, but when it first came out with all the time jumps and they rushed the relationship between Kirito and Asuna, and that was a whole bunch of shit. But now that there's a lot of other content for it, the movies and the other series and stuff, it's not that bad.
No, like I said, I've seen way worse things out there. There's way worse anime that I've watched that I would never recommend. Even my worst enemies, I would never hope for that fate upon them. But okay, so you're not dead. So
I'm not dead. I'm alive and somewhat well.
I love how you have to specify somewhat well, not fully well. You just have to preface that with somewhat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. RPG lover said this deepfake.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm running on Mayo AI 3.8 currently. It is a beta. So.
Oh, it's a beta. Damn. 3.8. It's still a beta. All right, moving on to the next question that I had. So obviously, without giving away too much, because obviously I know the context of what was going on, and that's all private matters. We're gonna keep it at that, everyone. But because you were essentially moving on to different things in life, right? Obviously, you were becoming more increasingly busy. Because even when you were still with us like full time, you were not able to do all the streams and all that stuff, not as much as you would like. Is there a part of you that does miss it or did miss it at any point?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, one thing throughout 2024 that I really missed was being deeply involved with the airsoft community. Airsoft is a huge part of my life. I mean, from working in the industry and being a player, working in the industry since 2015, but being a player since like 2006, like it is one of my driving passions in life. I mean, we all have other hobbies and stuff, but I don't know. There's just something about like the airsoft world and community that really was a deep part of me. I would say it's kind of weird saying that's like a part of my identity, but I mean it somewhat is.
It really was.
And, yeah, and I miss being able to talk with the community, hang out with the boys, you and Boaz and everyone, and going to play and stuff. And it was a really just very, how do I phrase this? It was a very strange time in my life. Isaias, you know the behind the stories. I'm not going to go into it.
Yeah, that's everyone. Before anyone asks, that's his own private business. Let's just keep it at that.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But yeah, like only a select few people knew what was going on, and it was really just uh, a growing experience for me. I mean, I'm a grown ass man. I'm an adult, but I still, I'm learning every day. I try to take in new things, and I know that I'm not all knowing. I'm not some deity that just like, oh yeah, I've got everything figured out. So,
It's the Mayo Overlord.
yeah. Yes. But no, yeah, it was just a rough time, and being away from something that I've been a part of for a good percentage of my life was I don't want to say daunting, but I missed it dearly.
Gotcha. No, like I definitely felt when the first time it was like, oh, like I got the news of what was happening. I was like, oh crap. I felt this enormous, and to an extent I've gotten better at it, but like I felt this enormous weight just straight up being put on my shoulders. And Boaz has been super helpful. Shout out Boaz. I know he doesn't watch these, but shout out to Boaz for being like super helpful in this whole process too. And everyone at GI at the all the crew members have been like super helpful with trying to like get me up to snuff to where like, okay, learning what you do behind the scenes, learning what your normal like routines are, having to take that over, still having to do like all of my tests, and then still also try to come out with like good quality content as well. It's tough, man. Like it's freaking tough. And the biggest thing that I think I've learned too, like I already kind of knew it, but it really hit me hard at first. The first couple of videos that I started doing is you can't make everyone happy, which is a given, right? The minute you do anything creative, the minute you do anything online, you put any content or material out there, there's just gonna be some motherfuckers that just really hate you for God knows what.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, that's something that I saw all the time. Even like with the short that went live yesterday, there was a fat comment on me. I was like, oh god, here we go again. I really miss these, right?
Oh, really make me feel welcome, guys.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I don't know, something about me. I've like someone always had thick skin, so if someone takes a jab at me, like I roll with it or I take it. I typically don't get too heated about it, but when I did leave, when I did leave to go part time, it was somewhat of a rush process, and I have told you in private that I am sorry for throwing you in the hot seat. But
dude, you're knowing the context. You're fine. I'm surprised it wasn't more rushed, to be honest. Considering all the shit that was happening, I was like, fuck. I'm glad you were still here. I was just happy you were still kind of on Skype to at least kind of show me what to do. I remember calling you and being like, I don't know how to do this, Cisco. Please help me. I was like going to cry. I was like, everyone's getting mad. I don't know what to do.
I mean, yeah, there's for everyone watching, there's a lot of behind the scenes work that is involved in operating a online store and having a social media presence. And we do try to bring the best at everything that we're doing, but as an individual, our hands can only be, or our arms can only be stretched so far. So even when I first moved on to the part-time, I was like, anytime you guys need to hit me up, call me. If I don't answer, shoot me a text. I'll get to you as soon as possible. I'll help out as much as I can.
Yeah, of course. And you were, thankfully, I was, especially at the first portion where I think I needed like the most help, you were there. I think that like in terms of like dealing with like the online hate too, because you've dealt with it, I've dealt with it for years at this point, and like we've both kind of gotten used to it. But I think at first the hardest like pill to swallow was just, not really pill to swallow, but the hardest part about it was that like I'd be behind the scenes, and again, like this is not criticizing on anyone like watching, any viewers, but it's like people really don't know how hard our jobs really can be. Right, I think it's very much the grass is greener on the other side. They look at us, they're like, "Oh, you work in the airsoft industry. It's so cool. You must have so much fun doing it," which it can be. It absolutely can be, but there's so much work that goes on behind the scenes that, and for of course for reasons that we privacy, for industry secrets. We can't disclose every single thing. We try to. We sometimes get in trouble for saying a little too much sometimes. But, we're as transparent as we can be. But there's so much work that goes on behind the scenes that nobody will fully understand what it's like until you're behind there. So when I would do all that and then put out a video that I really tried hard on, and then I'd get like a bunch of like hate, I'd be like, what's the fucking point, man? Like, it's gonna make people happy.
Yeah, I mean, something that I really just place into my head when creating content, it's really just like we got to remember that the internet is full of people who want to hate just to hate, whether they're attention seeking or they are just like, if that's their valid or like their own genuine opinion or whatever, like there's a layer of separation with the screen and the keyboard compared to being, in front of someone.
Yeah.
And I think we've talked about this on stream before. It's like when people talk shit, they're going to say it behind your back, or they're going to say it where they can't be reached.
They're anonymous.
If I'm standing in front of somebody and they want to talk some shit, realize your neck is within arm's reach. And it only takes 30 foot-pounds to crush a windpipe. I'm just saying.
No, the one that gets me is that I realized, and I didn't know, is that like the ability to bite someone's finger off, it's the same sensation, requires the same amount of force as biting through like a carrot stick. Yeah.
That's something I didn't know.
So now you know.
A
carrot. Like if you take a carrot, like a raw carrot, just that's all the force that's required to bite through a finger, like clean off.
What is between the knuckle,
yes.
like the joint?
Well, the bones aren't very thick there.
But still, that's a bone. Like I would consider that, like, this bone is probably just as thick, if like smaller than like a drumstick, like a chicken leg, right?
All right, but let's be real here. Let's be real here. Big back to big back right now. All right, like, come on now. Let's be honest. We both know it don't take much force to bite through a chicken wing.
Yeah. Chicken wing is thinner than. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to take your word on it.
Yeah, no,
it is what it is.
Dartree's right. Yeah, a carrot. 100%. A carrot for sure. 100%. That's.
Dartree, how the hell do you know this? Hold on. Wait a minute. Dartree, well, you're saying facts in the chat. How do you know that this is a fact? Huh? No, I don't trust this. I don't trust this one bit. No. Through the bone. Through the bone.
Yeah, through the bone.
Dartree.
Don't you want to get through that bone marrow? Okay, maybe a little dark. Maybe a little dark. Maybe a little much there.
All right. Okay.
All right. Moving
next
on.
Question.
Moving on to the next question. Yeah, real. What the hell did I just walk into? The craziest I ever heard was that the human head has the same density as a watermelon. Bruh. Dude. So you see those videos of...
Victor.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard it. Okay, he said he heard it. Okay. All right.
What are you watching? What sort of live leak videos you watching, bro?
Facts.
All right, this was the next question. The next question. Now that you've done so many years of like doing airsoft content, what's your favorite type of content to put out there? Do you prefer doing more like the short form stuff, like fun wise? Like, what do you prefer, or do you like the longer style videos? Okay,
hold on. Say the first part of the question again.
So you've been making content for like years at this point. And obviously, because we upload mainly to YouTube, we have so many different types of videos that go up. But generally speaking, do you prefer working on and making the short form stuff, or do you like doing more of like the long form content? Like, what do you have more fun doing?
Ooh, that is a good question. I haven't really thought about it. I find joy in both of them. Mm-hmm. It really depends on what we're filming, because like I do find like our table talk overviews of like airsoft products like cool. Like, yeah. I do enjoy that, but like things that I do like are like our podcasts where we get to sit down and actually have a conversation, because I feel like it's not really like, yes, we are filming, but at the same time it's more of like we're connecting with each other, like just having a conversation, which is why I have my own podcast.
That's right. Was it Barely No. What was it called again?
Yeah,
I'm
Barely
sub
Brothers
to.
Podcast.
There you go. I was like, I'm sub to it. Why the fuck can't I remember this?
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Honestly, in my head, I just call it the Cisco and Ratu podcast in my head.
That's really what it is. I mean, we like. It's funny because we've been talking about like bringing friends over and like shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Like I've thought about having you and Boaz and like other people come through, but the way that I have it set up is really just like there's a webcam in front of him, there's a webcam in front of me. We're filming because we can't fit in the same space, and then I just clip it together. So like recording space is really limited. But circling back to the question, yeah, again, it just really depends on the type of content that we're filming. Actually, I had an idea for doing an Airsoft silent library.
Hit me. I'm interested. I'm curious.
So, do you know what silent library is?
I mean, aren't most libraries silent?
No, motherfucker, the show. Do you not know?
Oh.
Do you really know the show Silent Library?
No.
Oh man, you're young. Okay, so there was a Japanese show called Silent Library, and then it was adopted in America. I forget when, by MTV.
Okay.
Basically, there's a group of friends. They get together in a quote unquote library, and they have to do, or they're giving out random cards. Like, say there's 6 people. There's 6 cards on the table. Everyone grabs one at random, and then depending on the task that they need to do, either one person needs to do it or multiple people have to do it. So there's like safe cards and death cards. So randomly people have to do these tasks, and they need to do these tasks as quiet as possible. They're not able to make any noise. Depending on the level of noise they make, they can either like pass that phase, or they fail it. But in the show, there were like cash prizes. So like whenever someone completes a task, everyone gets like a cut of a prize pot. But if they lose a task, they don't get the earnings of it. So like obviously we're not going to be doing that in Airsoft, or maybe or like for Airsoft version, maybe we can if we bring on like players and stuff, like so some of you viewers. But I had like these random ideas. I don't want to say any of these ideas out loud because it would spoil the video.
Okay.
But
don't say it.
I'll say the first one. The first one would have to be opening a Velcro pouch without making a sound.
Oh, that's a little tough. But I think it's possible.
Right. So while you're doing this task, everyone's like watching you, or they have to participate in somehow. And if anyone laughs, if anyone screams, if anyone makes a noise, like louder than a certain like decibel level, you lose the round.
Oh. How are we even gonna measure that though? Do we have like anything that can measure like decibels?
See, that's what I was thinking. See, like it was just a thought that I had like right before I was falling asleep. So like I wrote it down really quick, and I'd have to talk logistics with like Boaz and stuff if we could have like a decibel reader like in person or on screen or something. What did Darktree, you said you already stole my idea? Motherfucker.
I already stole all your ideas, Cisco. He's been Darktree's okay. Like shout out, Darktree's been like really, really hustling, man. Like I don't know if you've been giving away his channel. He's been fucking putting in work. Which, by the way, if any of you guys aren't already subbed, make sure to go and check out Darktree's channel. He passed 1K subs like not too long ago, actually.
1K, damn! Congrats, bro. I do see him grinding. Honestly, like he came up on my recommended page, and I was like, hey, that's how I know this man's putting in work and grinding. Because when you start getting recommended to people,
Yeah, no.
you're gonna start climbing real quick.
That I think he we'll talk about it every once in a while, and he'll still give me like he'll be like, hey, shout out to me for helping him out with like his most viewed short. I think right now his most viewed short is one where we're playing together at Hollywood, and somehow do you know the context of this?
I don't.
Okay. So there's this. We decided to go to Hollywood Sports just for the shits and giggles. We went. We're playing on a match on. Oh my God, was it Lunar Base? I think it was Lunar Base. And we literally just come out of a tunnel. He comes out first. He gets shot, and I'm like, okay, shit. I gotta be careful. So I pull out. I start like clearing and start trying to like look around. I start pieing the corner a little bit. I'm like, okay, it's for the most part clear. I don't know where he got shot from. And then I felt a shot like in the back, but towards like my love handle, so kind of at the side angle. So I was like, oh, hit, whatever, call myself out, and I'm walking out. Now, as I'm walking out, I was looking around too because I was curious, who shot me. So I was walking out with my hand out. I'm looking. There's nobody behind me. There's nobody in front of me. I'm like, what the frick is it? And then I look directly at my 12, and I see Darktree like this with his gun pointed right at me, and I'm like, wait, I'm looking at the angle. I'm like, this motherfucker shot me. This motherfucker while he was dead. And I'm like, and I ask him too, did you shoot me? And he's look all confused. What? And I'm like, dude, why did you shoot me? And he's like, no, I didn't shoot you. Why would I shoot you? He's like, I'm doing it for the scope cam. I need to get more footage. And I'm like,
cancel this man. I'm unsubscribing, faking content. This son of a bitch. Hey.
This motherfucker content farmed me. He shot me while he was dead, and I'm like, I can't prove it, but I also can't see anybody else that claimed that kill. I was looking around, nobody else had their guns pointed but him.
This motherfucker, you son of a bitch. Oh, that's foul. That's fucking foul. You bastard. That's hilarious.
Real wild. That's called B-roll.
Real wild. What's good, my boy? Before we continue with the questions, let me do the promo. Guys, the Shopper Sprint giveaway is going down Thursday. You guys can enter right now. Every $50 spent will get you 2 entries, right?
Every $50 spent gets you 2 entries, and if you get yourself some BB Wars tickets, whether you go Rebels or the Empire, you'll be getting yourself 4 entries into this giveaway as well. So, again, time is coming up May 25th. Don't miss out.
That's right, guys. Make sure you take advantage while you can, because we do have over 1,000 products on sale right now. There's huge discounts on
Vorsk Raven pistols.
Vorsk and Raven gas blowback pistols. There are a couple of Classic Army X9s that are dumb discounted, like ridiculously discounted. Oh my goodness,
so discounted.
Hold on, let me pull that one up on my end. X9. That shit. Like when I did the affordable video, I was like dumbfounded.
Dude, that
goddamn, $164. $164 is nuts.
I'll leave a link to both of the X9s that are discounted into the live chat. I'm not joking, guys. $164 is absolutely wild. I do not know if we're making money on this, I'll be honest. I think we're losing these, but I'm going to leave a link to it anyway so you guys can take advantage of them. Take advantage now before they sell out. Seriously, you don't want to miss out on that.
Absolutely. I mean, just like if it's your first airsoft gun, that's one hell of a first airsoft gun.
Oh my God, yes.
If it's like a spare airsoft gun or a backup, that's a high-end airsoft gun that you're getting for entry-level cost. That's nuts.
Let's see. Prime Tech, that's a great question. Any clue if there will be a CAC style LT Gen 4? Y'all got BCMs and Griffins. Honestly, I do love me some good CAC.
Yeah, definitely missed the CAC jokes there. That's something I forgot about. That's a good question. I think the only company that has a Knights Armament license right now is G&G, but I think that Oh no, they have a couple.
Yeah.
It's for the SR25, and then they have the SR30, which is their 300 blackout model. But I don't know. Anything's possible in the world if just like BCM Air, if Knights Armament decides to come out with their own rails and sell them individually, it's definitely a possibility. You never know.
Yeah, I definitely am a sucker for like a lot of the older style like build setups and stuff. I noticed too that like I mean we've been doing this for years. We'll see trends come and go, right? We'll see stuff be popular for a little while, fucking disappear into the ether, only for them to come back years later, and all of a sudden it's the new fucking hotness, right? It's no longer the old and busted. So what has been like some of your? I'm glad you caught that.
Oh, shout out to Men in Black.
What has been your favorite like trend you've seen in terms of like firearms for like stuff that's coming back or things that have made a return or just trends you've seen that are like, oh sweet, like I like that this is coming back, right? I like that this is popular again. What's been your favorite thing so far?
That's a really good question. I think
It could be for like real, because real will translate eventually into airsoft.
yeah, of course. Uh, you know, we kind of see like classic rifles make a return, even though they're kind of just like I wouldn't say that they even like lose relevancy. They just like people kind of forget about it, and then they circle back to it, which is like the Mark 18, the Block 2. Those are classic ones. I remember one time the original Mark 12 SPR
Yes.
made a return with that ugly tubular handguard.
Yeah.
That was
Dude, it's tubular, bro.
fucking okay. All right, Leonardo, calm down, Bucko. Go find Master Sphincter somewhere.
Oh, whoa. Hey, whoa, I just got that.
No, but I don't know. I don't think there's anything as of recent that's making a return.
Because right now I've been like dealing with a lot of, not like I say dealing like it's a problem. I've been like seeing a lot of people coming in like especially like the older crowd. They've been really wanting to do like a return back to like the GWAT stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of the like early global war on terror stuff, right? So like early Iraq war, early Afghanistan war, like pre 2010, and like lower. A lot of people have been working on those builds now. I think for a while people were kind of on like a 90s, 80s kind of kick, but now they're kicking it back to like early 2000s. So like Magpul shit's coming back a little bit. I'm like, what the hell, really?
Okay, I was like, what are you looking at specifically? Yeah, I have seen like the old MOE stuff come back into fad, which is very interesting, considering that it's a two-piece system. But I mean, I don't think that stock has ever lost relevancy. It just got played out.
Nah. There's so many other options that exist now.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's definitely a lot of like competitive companies that offer similar products, and for some people those products might be better. Like I remember when Magpul first came out, there were a lot of people that talk shit, be like, oh, it's a polymer handguard, it's a polymer stock, it's polymer this, that, whatever. But time proved that it got better, or like they were good products. So then other companies started to adapt it, like B5 Systems and BCM, and there's a lot of companies that I don't even want to go listening through. But I don't know. I don't think there's anything specific that I have seen that is like shocking to see, or like I would say is my favorite, because I don't know, to me, like they're kind of just in the back of my head, like as like that's a classic. Like I don't think it's ever, like, for instance, my MWS.
Yeah.
I want to build an upper for it, so it's my Mark 18. So, I mean, I did have a Mark 18. Unfortunately, that was in the garage incident, as what we'll coin it as. So I mean, again, 90% of my collection was in there. So, so I think about like, okay, I want to do that, but then I also have the KWA T10 that Brewer gifted me. Shout out Brewer, I see you in the chat.
You still have that one, right?
I'm thinking about turning that into my Mark 18 as well. So it's an AEG, but I get like recoil and stuff. But that gun's already heavy, right?
Yeah.
So,
hey man, you've been lifting. You can do it.
I know, but do I want to? I'm at a time in my life where it's just like if it's unnecessary, do I really care for it? Actually, I can't even say even like as of recent. I've liked polymer guns for a long time.
Yeah, I was about to say you've always had a polymer gun or two.
Yeah, my first airsoft guns were polymer. I like that they're durable and still lightweight. It's like, so like, don't get me wrong, I do like full metal guns too, which is why we did full metal for like the MGC4s and stuff. But it's like even on like my MGC4s, my personal ones, I don't have them fully like super decked out accessorized because I wanted to reduce the weight. I just kind of threw on what was like minimal or enough to do what I intend to do without over accessorizing it.
Gotcha. Noah Dela Cruz, to answer your question, the X9 it is wired to Tamiya. Unfortunately, the X9 is still wired to Tamiya out the box. But again, like any gun, it's easy to wire to. It's not hard. It's still wired to Tamiya right now. But if you really want to, we also do offer a Dean's Rewire service on the website. Look up Dean's Rewire service. It's there. We'll go ahead and do the install for you before we send it out. Also, Cutter too. Cutter's also still been here, and he's also still been grinding as well. He's still been putting out stuff as well. Him, Squirrely Nuts. They actually and Crazy J just got back from an operation as well. For some reason, I don't know if you've noticed this, Airsoft has been popping off in Florida. I don't know what's happening in Florida right now, but it's been going nuts. Like more and more stuff's happening there. The community's getting a lot bigger there. I've been like hoping that we get enough support in the next couple of like months, maybe even years, enough for us to be able to do a BB Wars event out in Florida. I would love nothing more than that.
Hell yeah. The only thing I don't look forward to is the humidity.
Yeah, and the mosquitoes, and the alligators, and the spiders.
And the alligators. The spiders. Why do we want to go to Florida again? Oh, airsoft, yeah. Florida, man. You say?
Florida, man, is just like, dude, Florida is literally just like a micro version of like Australia, in my opinion. If you had the ability to play, now it's airsoft's illegal in Australia, but if you had the ability to play airsoft in Australia, would you?
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Flying spiders, they have that.
Hold on, pause before we answer that question. Isaias lists off a good amount of people. Shadow, I see you, my boy. I see all of you guys. You know, if you don't know, I hop in the live streams from time to time to say what's up, to check in. Okay, like I see you guys putting in work. We appreciate all you guys, 1,000,000%. But in Australia, you know, I really didn't fully connect what you asked me until you said flying spiders. I thought we were still in the Florida talk. But, you know, there's a comedian in the UK. His name is Specs. And he fully believes that Australia isn't a real place.
What?
I agree with him. I have to agree with him. You know, when I see kangaroos that look like they did 20 years in a penitentiary, looking ripped, and that's just them going through puberty. You know, when I see a huntsman spider that can run 3 meters a second, that shit don't sound real. That shit don't add up.
Dude, have you seen that video game that's been going around?
They're all paid actors.
You've seen that video game that's going on, right? Huntsman?
No, and we're gonna stop talking here.
Okay, so the game.
No.
You play as this office worker.
No. You keep talking. Please stop.
I swear, I'm almost done. You play this office worker, right? And it's all dark, and it's dark, super like claustrophobic office space, right? and apparently you're
why did you have to say that it was claustrophobic too?
well, because I know you're claustrophobic.
Why the fuck did you have to say that?
So there's a giant Huntsman spider that escaped from a lab underneath where your office is located, and it's set up like traps all around the office, and it hunts you. And its vision is kind of like a T-Rex. Its vision is based off movement. So if it sees you moving too fast,
that's a myth. Hold on, the T-Rex thing. I believe that's a myth.
That's not real, by the way. That's not real.
Yeah. If a T-Rex see me, I don't care. I'm running. Why is there a T-Rex? Why is it near me?
Why is it here?
Why am I in vision area? I'm not standing still. My fat ass jiggles, okay? One breath and I'm done, okay? Shit makes no sense.
But dude, that Huntsman spider, I think they calculated it out where it was like how fast it walks in its current state, right? Like being this big. They were like, all right, so if we blew it up to like 10 times the size of about a big German Shepherd, how fast would it move, right? This shit moves lightning quick across the screen.
So I remember hearing, not even hearing, I saw it off of like a documentary where they're talking about the most deadliest creatures on the planet, and Huntsman spiders is one of them. Yeah, I don't even know what accent that was, but for a Huntsman spider, as I said a second ago, they run at 3 meters a second. For those of you guys that don't know how far 3 meters is, that's roughly 3 yards, give or take, right? In this show that I watched, they said that if there was a human-sized Huntsman spider, it can run 90 miles a fucking hour. I can't. At this point, they're going to be able to run on water, and it's only a matter of time before they reach Florida. And at that point, we cut Florida off and we send it into the ocean, because fuck that. Fuck everything about it. Fuck its existence. They serve no purpose, in my opinion, except to live in Australia, which is fake. Okay, that's it. The end. It's bullshit. Okay, and the show that I was watching it, talking about the most dangerous creatures. The reason it's the most dangerous is because they get into cars, and one place they like to hide in particular is the sun visor.
Oh hell
right?
no!
They hide right there. They don't attack humans. Apparently, okay, they're scared of humans, so they just hide. But they're gonna look for a way to escape. So what happens is somebody's driving. Oh, what a beautiful Sunday! It jumps out, and then they crash. That's the reason why they are fucking dangerous, because they cause car accidents. Do you know how much of a premium you have to pay for spider insurance? I don't, and I don't ever intend to find out. Okay. Thank you, Isaias. You triggered me. I hate spiders.
Well, you might be triggered even more apparently, because what Cutter said.
I need to calm down.
We have Huntsman spiders in Florida. They are bigger than your hand.
Time to cut it off. Time to cut Florida off. I'll get the chainsaw. We'll get started. Actually, I won't get started because I'm not going anywhere near Florida now. Thank you.
When they run, they look like alien face huggers, he says. Which, by the way, did you see Romulus yet?
I did not.
Damn it! All right. Next time we're hanging out, we need to freaking watch Alien Romulus. Chat, bully Cisco into watching Alien Romulus. It's so good. It's so good.
I can't even lie. What was the one that came after Prometheus? Because I think Prometheus was the last one I saw.
It was Alien Covenant, which was not good.
Wait, Alien Covenant had the I forget the name of the actor. He's the guy that played Magneto in the.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, what the frig is his name? What's his name? I feel like SpongeBob. We throw out his name. What's his name?
We throw out his name. I forget his name. But wait. No, I think it was Covenant, the last one I saw, because the whole thing was he's an android or something, right?
Yeah.
And there's the newer version of him that's with the new crew, and the older version from
Michael Fassbender.
Say that last name again.
Fassbender.
Yeah, that's it. That was.
What did you think I said?
No, it just
I didn't say a
every
slur.
time I. No, you didn't. It just every time I hear it, it just really Fassbender. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think the one that I saw was the last one I saw was Covenant because there were two versions of him. The one that was on the planet during the events of Prometheus, and then the one that came with the crew, and then he replaced the new one.
Yeah, spoilers, by the way. Spoilers for anyone that hadn't seen them.
Oh my God, it's been years.
It's been so long.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Guess what? In Scream, the original Scream, there were two killers. Oh my God. Spoiler alert. Motherfucker.
By the way, just so you guys know, Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker. Oh my God.
You mean?
Nice. Perfect timing.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Okay.
That's
okay.
not funny.
Going into some other questions as well. I actually saw one that I believe Prime Tech had asked that it was actually pretty interesting as well. So is Cisco subtly pitching an idea of an MGC4 SE, kind of like what Arcturus does, polymer body, LT Gen 3 spec with a Nebula 2, a Block 2 style handguard though?
And
That'd be kind of hot.
Uh-huh. Yeah, wait a minute. If we can do the NSR receiver, right? The updated Gen 2 receiver, still polymer, but has that billet style look.
Just like the Stalker.
Yeah, the Stalker. If we did that with if we could do a polymer version of the Mark 1 and Mark 2.
Actually, a polymer MGC4 Mark 1 and Mark 2 would be freaking cool. Even a Mark 3 polymer would be pretty sick.
I mean, yeah.
They have the receiver already. Just use the billet receiver.
They do have the receiver, but here's the thing. Anybody that has a Mark 1 or Mark 2 that has the Ford style receiver, like, I would say that's a part of history, right?
Yeah.
I think that is something that we shouldn't touch in terms of like what we already have out. But if we were to do Mark 1, Mark 2, even maybe the Mark 3 in polymer, I mean, with the Mark 3 though, it already has the full metal version of the NSR receiver. So I mean, I get it. Like, if we were to like make it more affordable, things like that. But I don't know. I mean, here's the thing, guys. We have been in countless meetings since bullshit in the world have been going on.
Oh my God.
And yeah.
Don't get me fucking started.
Yeah. As you can see, Isaias is triggered. You know, it is something that is really concerning to us because, you know, we are in the airsoft industry. We are a hobby, and with everything becoming more expensive, we want to find ways to make airsoft as accessible as possible, however we can do it. So, I mean, obviously, we want to get as many people in airsoft as possible. You know, getting new people in allows us to grow and keeps the community thriving, keeps the industry thriving, allows us to create new stuff and offer things. But like doing a MGC4 polymer line, I think would be pretty hot. That would be pretty hot. I can't lie.
That'd be kind of cool.
It will be. That's something that we need to talk about.
I just hate the fact that it's like we got all this going on, right? And people assume that there's another thing too I've noticed. People assume that we just either we manufacture the guns ourselves, like here, for some reason, or we just like come up with arbitrary numbers for like how much guns are actually going to cost. Right? It's not up to us, really. At the end of the day, we have a say, obviously, but at the end of the day, every product that you sell has to make some type of money. You have to make some type of profit on it to be able to stay in business. Every time you sell this, small percentage of that only goes to us. It's not like $100 gun, we get all $100. No, that's not how that works at all, right? So all of this going on is making it so much harder for us to be able to keep our prices, at a reasonable rate. And I feel bad, honestly, because airsoft is so easy to get into now. I would argue airsoft has been the easiest to get into now more than it ever has before, just because the sheer amount of options you have, the level of quality that airsoft guns come out the box with now. But now we're going to start seeing prices increase too. So it's like, are affordable guns even really going to be a thing anymore?
No, I agree with that. I mean, like us, like seeing behind the scenes, we are really trying to do the most that we can for everyone. And for those of you guys that are newer to the channel, I would say go back and take a look at some of our previous live streams, some of our videos in regards of the MGC4, because we were very open about the entire process, from when it was just a thought, a idea. I shouldn't say thought.
When it was that hole over there.
Yeah, when it was an idea, an inkling in our brains. We went from there and went throughout the whole process. We pitched different ideas. At the time, we were like, do we want to do polymer? Do we want to do full metal? We got you guys' feedbacks and really took it into consideration. And our goal with the MGC4 line was to create an airsoft gun that was durable, well-performing, and affordable. And I've talked about this in main uploads before. Yep. And it's a really hard trifecta to hit, because it's like, oh, we wanted the best performing and we wanted the most durable. Well, it's going to be expensive. Okay, well, let's make it just really good performing and affordable. Well, then it's not going to be that durable. Okay, let's make it durable and affordable. Well, then it's not going to be well performing, right? It's
one or the other. It was so many decisions we had to make.
Yeah. So, and in terms of affordability, it really came down to like the parts and materials that we used to create these airsoft guns. So, like, in talking with the factories, they have to pay for the raw materials, or or whatever company that they get their stuff from, they have to pay for the raw materials, and then the factory has to forge it, and then they have to design it. There's all this QC, and they have to pay for like different molds, design molds, and all these other things, and then okay, now building it, there's got to be labor that goes into it. What are we looking for in terms of performance? What type of gear set? What type of motor? And when a airsoft gun is completed, there's a price of the gun when it's completed, and then there's a price of the gun after it leaves the factory.
Once it's shipped.
Yeah. Well, no. So like there's the price of the gun in the factory once it leaves the factory, and then once it gets shipped. So like there's increase in cost and all this stuff. So, and then when it gets to the state side, like after the shipping, okay, how much did shipping cost? How many units did we actually get made? Because depending on how many units would depend on if the warehouse gave us a discount on materials or quantity and stuff. So many different things went into it, and trying to find a balance of it, which honestly, even now I do think we were able to achieve the goal, because we are offering a very well-performing airsoft gun that's full metal with like a 1-year warranty for around the $300 price range. You're not going to find airsoft guns at that caliber of performance and durability under like $400, give or take, right? I mean, granted, there might be something that's out there, but also being a part of an airsoft industry, like not only us, but you guys helped us build that airsoft gun as well. Like there's so many little nuances that went into it that was really a passion project. But yeah, I mean, like even as we're talking about this right now, and when Prime Tech brought up like a polymer MGC4,
yeah,
that's what was running behind my head. I was like, okay, how many units would it what would we need to order to get specific pricing and stuff.
I always worry too. The biggest question that I have to worry about, and this is for everyone that's not in the know or not already in the industry, right? Anytime that we consider the idea of like a new project that we want to be released, especially if it's gonna have something with our name attached to it, right? We have to ask ourselves the big question: will it sell? Right, that's another thing
Yeah.
too. Like, and not just like, okay, we'll sell a few units to the guys that we know, like for our friends and the homies and everything. As much as we would love to do that, we have to think, okay, these things cost money to build, right? It's not free. It's not like we can just slap something together and then call it a day. And then if we don't move any, it's like, oh well, whatever, right? Nothing lost. No, there is a loss for stuff like that. There are definitely losses if that happens. So we always have to really consider and really look at the market and think, okay, if we put this out there, how viable is it to move? And I don't mean necessarily like flying off the shelves, but is it going to stay on the shelves? Because there's plenty of products that we've brought in, thinking that, oh, they were going to move in the past, and they just have been sitting for so freaking long. There were so many that were ordered, and none of them either moved, not enough moved, whatever the case might be. So that's always something that we have to consider as well. So anyone like curious as to what it's like in there, that's a big question we always ask ourselves in almost every meeting, every time we're looking at new products. Even we did that not too long ago, just to kind of, we can disclose it. We were looking at some lights and laser units that were brought in one of the last meetings we had, and we were having to test all of them out, right, and see which ones we liked, which ones we thought were cool. And then the biggest question though was, how many of these can we actually move? How many of these do we think we actually sell? Less than half we ended up keeping.
Yeah. No, yeah. Because, like, there are tons of factories in, well, I mean, I want to say in the world.
Yeah.
Flashlights, I think, have a bigger, like, span of, like market, I guess, compared to, like, airsoft guns specifically. So when we were looking at this specific company that's manufacturing flashlights, we're like, okay, like, let's look at their entire catalog. I don't know if we looked at the entire catalog. We had, like, I don't know, like 50 something lights, maybe, give or take. And we were like, okay, like, which ones are cool, which ones actually function well. And I think we sorted it down to like 12, 10, 12.
Yeah, like 12.
Yeah, ones that we saw were like, hey, this is actually functional. This is actually like putting out good lumens, brightness, throw, things like that. We're still running tests behind the scenes as well on that, but like circling back to airsoft, specifically with the MGC4, it's a really big gamble for manufacturers to take, trying to create a product, because like what Isaiah says, if it doesn't move, if it doesn't sell, like, that was their wasted investment. They have products sitting there. But also, in our case, us as Airsoft GI, if the MGC4 Mark 1 was a flop, that makes our reputation with that manufacturer, with that brand, looks so bad. It's like, we trusted you, like, we thought you guys had like good knowledge and stuff, like, so we gave you access to our factory to make an airsoft gun, but your shit isn't even moving. Like, it's really, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for giving out more back end secrets. But
It's fine. No one.
Yeah,
It's a stream. We can get away with it.
No, I mean, like, the streams get posted, motherfucker. But it's like, if you as a person were to go into work and your boss say, hey, I need you to do this specific project. Do you think you can do it? And you say yes, and then you can't do it. And then the boss says, what the fuck? I thought you could do it. And then it's that type of situation. So, I mean, luckily in our situation, we're players. We took your feedback. We wanted the community to be just as much of a part of this project as much as us.
Do you know how many polls we put up everywhere for the MGC4 line?
Everywhere.
We asked so many questions for you guys. I don't know if this is before I even took over, right? I remember watching too when I used to just call in on my phone to help you out with some of the streams. We put polls on the live chat. We put polls on our YouTube community, both pages, by the way, both channels. We put it on our Discord. We put it on Instagram. We were asking everyone, and every single pre-production model or sample picture that we had, mock-ups, we would post everywhere. What do you guys think of this? Do you guys like this rail? Do you guys like that rail? What do you like more?
Yeah, no, we went through a lot of it, but like again, we wanted to be as transparent with the MGC4 project as much as possible because we wanted to create an airsoft gun that you guys liked, that you guys would actually run and be proud of. Because, like, damn sure I'm proud of it. I know Isaias and Boaz and Bossman, they're proud of it as well. Because I think it's the first time that just like a retailer or like a social media presence was able to create an airsoft gun from a factory. I mean, obviously there are brands out there that have done similar things.
Yeah.
But not in the capacity that we were doing it. So I mean, take that for what it is. Like, they say like there's never an original idea and you were never first to do anything, which I completely agree.
What's that Always Sunny meme where it's Frank's going around looking at all the art pieces? Trash, derivative, unoriginal.
Derivative.
I love that. But honestly, not only just like individual pride because of us coming out with a really cool gun, but doesn't it feel good knowing that like from what Bossman was telling us that the MGC4 line just overall was actually genuinely like from a like objective standpoint sales wise, it actually was a big success.
Yeah, no, that's so dope to see. Like being a part of something like of this scale. It's for damn sure the biggest like project that I've ever been a part of.
Oh yeah.
And it really is like
your damn face is on the gun.
Yeah, that's still strange. I don't think that was a good move, honestly. But if
there's some weirdo out there just making out with that receiver.
Pause.
And I'm sure it's Fidel.
Pause.
By the way, El Taco says, "What do we have mother effing Isaias and mother effing Cisco in the same mother effing time?" Yes, you do.
Yes,
it's a rare gift. That's not a gift.
If you haven't seen our shorts, go catch up on our shorts because we've been in quite a few. And we're gonna be together at BB Wars going down
right,
May
baby.
25th.
That's right, El Taco. Yes, he's gonna be going Rebels because they're gonna need the help. Absolutely, they're gonna need the help because we got some cold-blooded airsoft killers on our team, boy. We got Dark Tree for sure. We got a few of my homies as well, Nick Velasquez and his boys, and I got a few of my homies up north that are coming down, literally just hang out with us. Believe it or not, Chef is also gonna be coming with Trinity as well. They got their tickets. Yes.
Let's go, baby!
They got their tickets. Go. They're gonna be oddly enough. They're gonna be bunking with me. I volunteered my spare room for them, so they're gonna be hanging out here. But they're gonna be going Team Empire as well. Of course.
Yeah, I mean that's dope. But I gotta say, I can't put Boaz or the Rebels at fault either. They got some real killers coming onto their squad. Oh, we got Valiant co-leading the Rebels.
That one's gonna be tough because Valiant actually is good. I've seen his gameplay. Valiant actually is good.
Oh yeah.
There's a high likelihood that our boy Sigma 013, Sigma is gonna be joining the Rebel side this time around.
I heard because Anthony. Host of Lancer Tactical is also going to be on the Rebel side as well.
Oh, he's going Rebels?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, he's coming down to Rep Lancer. I had David Quitman help co-lead the Rebels last time. Up north. So, yeah, I wouldn't see why not.
Hell yeah, I want to whiskey.
Yeah, he's going to be down there. I believe... who is it? One of the SYG boys is going to be playing as well on the Rebel side. I forget his call sign. Sapo. I forget the name. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. There's no excuse. I'm just sorry.
We're just really, really tired.
But yeah, like the rebel side is looking to be pretty stacked up. But guys, the numbers are looking really low so far. Let's get these tickets up. You're gonna want to come through. It's going down May 25th, Sunday, Wildlands Airsoft in Lake Elsinore. It's not too far from home. We're locals. I mean, obviously, if you're in Southern California, but if you are out of state, if you can happen to make that weekend work, come through. It's going to be one hell of a time. It's going to be. It has been a long time coming because I don't know if Isaias has said it on stream before, but we've been trying to book a BB Wars at Wildlands for years.
Yeah, no, just chat knows. I remember when you tried getting them. I remember, I think even Aaron, when he was still here, he tried getting them as well. And I just happened on a whim just to catch the owner, pure timing. That was the white whale, dude. I feel like Captain Ahab.
That was literally the white whale because I tried to get a hold of that motherfucker every single time that I went down there, and they're like, "Oh no, he's not here." Like, "Oh no, he's out of the country or whatever." I was like, "Oh damn, this motherfucker travel apparently," because every time I go down, he's not there. So,
no, he's a very busy dude. Like, he let me know. He's like, I have to remind him who I am when I call him. He's like, "Oh, that's awesome. Also, who are you again?" He pulled that shit on me. And I'm like, "Oh, I have to explain to him." He's like, "Oh yeah, my bad, dude. I got like 10 other things going on right now. Shoot me an email, or then we can work it out there." And he's been really good. He's been really accommodating. He's been very, very good about resharing too. They've been stepping up too, social media wise, on like actually resharing all the stuff that we post out there, which has been nice. Because I don't know about you, but I hate it whenever I try to work with other. I'm not gonna say names of the brands that do this, but I'll tag them. I'll tag them like crazy, and then very specific brands, I'm not gonna say names, will not reshare anything that we post out there, and it kind of makes me think, you know what? Maybe they don't need the help. Maybe they don't want us to help push their name. I'm just saying. If any of you guys work in marketing, anytime, it helps to push other people's brands names that you work with, your partners. But if they don't do it,
yeah.
I mean, what's in it for us? What's in it for us?
Yeah, I mean, I have encountered that before, and it does suck. But like, I'm still out to try and give everyone the best like output possible. So like I have noticed like consistently, like there are X, Y, and Z who don't share posts when, like, especially if it was like agreed upon or whatever. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna do my part and cover my ass because I'm just trying to help airsoft grow as a whole across the world. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It does suck, but we do got to keep pushing. But what I said prior to like us with the MGC4 project, when companies do that to us, it does leave a bad taste in our mouth. So it's just like when it comes time to try and do something else, and you are a candidate, your past performance may be a factor in the decision making. Just saying.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Actually, this kind of brings me to my next question as well, talking about different brands and manufacturers. We know that a lot of companies right now, in terms of development of their AEGs, for the most part, have kind of stopped. And not necessarily by choice. It's just more so, I mean, what else can you do with the AEG, right? Like, realistically, what's good? Is there a mosquito or something?
I heard a loud boom.
No one's shooting at you, right?
I hope not.
That is a possibility.
Come right for us.
No, someone does a drive-by that's trying to kill. This is what you get, Darth Cisco. It's like, damn, taking BB Wars real seriously.
Man, if I get doxxed like that, wow.
So he lives at
Wow.
1095.
If you don't shut your fucking mouth.
Wait.
That's not the correct number, but if you don't shut your fucking mouth.
1095. What is it? What's the thing from the Robot Chicken? When he's like talking to the stormtroopers, he's like, "You stormtrooper, hold that elevator. What's your operating number? It's 1665. Eat my ass." You remember that?
I forgot about that. That's hilarious.
But yeah,
Eat my ass. Yeah.
Going back to the question, now a lot of companies are really heavily investing into the development of gas blowbacks. You have a ton of AEGs, and I've always kind of known you as like yeah, that's true. You had a lot of AEGs, and I think even now you have more AEGs than you do GBBs. Do you see yourself switching over entirely at any point in the near future, or not yet?
That's a good question. I do have. Actually, do I have?
You have your MWS. I know that for sure.
I have my MWS for sure. I was wondering if I had my G&G gas blowback gun. The original, like the old combat machine one. Probably not. There was a period of time where I was running gas blowback, like specifically for maybe like a year or two, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was my goal. When I moved back to AEGs, like after like such a long period, I was like, wow, I have so much firepower. I can shoot so many BBs and not care.
It's like I have an LMG on me.
Yeah, but you know, it really does depend. Like something that I've really wanted to do is a all gas blowback event.
Ooh.
Like every single person has a gas blowback, like airsoft gun, whether it be a rifle or a pistol, an SMG, whatever. As long as it's gas blowback, not HPA. Gas blowback, and no HPA like conversions for gas blowback either. Strictly gas magazine event. Like that's something I really want to do because it puts all of us in the same mindset. Mm-hmm. We can't just spray and pray as we normally do with an AEG. We have to be more methodical in our tactics. We really have to consider each variable, like especially like when you're in the middle of a firefight and you shoot X amount of BBs, like shit, how many BBs do I have left in this bag? Oh, let me tack reload really quick. Yeah. Store that as my last mag, you know, like, and that's what I aimed to do when I was running gas blowback specifically, because I wanted a sense of realism, but I didn't want to spray and pray as much as I did before. And I will say I did fall back into bad habits, still running AEGs, because there are times where it's just like having that much ammo does come in handy, where it's just like, okay, we need to keep their heads down, shoot at the walls to so they can hear the impacts. So like there are times where I'm just like, okay, okay, one mag. You know, I run like 120 to 200 round mid-cap magazine, so you know, like it's one of those things. But
as someone that does shoot like real farms, like you mentioned that you got like bad habits from it. Like obviously, like I understand like some of the few ones, but is it really that bad? Like in the grand scheme of things, right? Like as a firearms user, it sounds weird when I say it that way. As someone who enjoys using firearms, does it really make that much worse of a shooter if like you're playing with AEGs only?
You know, I would say no, because one thing when I am shooting real firearms is the concussive blast. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, I can mag dump 30 rounds or wherever I am for California purposes. Like I physically feel like I mean I do get some type of vibration from the airsoft gun, right? Or even running gas blowback. But with the real firearm, the concussive force that you feel is a huge indicator saying, hey, you fired 1 round. Boom. You fired 2 rounds. Boom. You know? So
Yeah.
I'm very aware of how much I am shooting a real firearm, but you know, I have never experienced like real combat before.
Of course, yeah. Neither have I. Neither of us have ever been in that situation. Thank God, where we had to like trust our lives in a firearm.
No, yeah, absolutely. So, like, I'm only shooting at a flat range at paper and steel targets. So, whenever I go to a range, it's mainly just like, yes, to keep my senses and my manipulation sharp, but to enjoy the experience of firearms as well. Versus in airsoft, when I'm playing, like I do, you know, implement my muscle mechanics and the functionality of how I'm operating the airsoft gun. But in the middle of the game, it's like, okay, what are the objectives? Okay, team deathmatch. Where are the motherfuckers at? And I don't mean that insensitively. I'm just saying because I don't know you personally. Where are the motherfuckers? So it's like when Kevin Hart says bitch, he's like, I don't mean that you're a bitch. I'm just calling you a bitch because I don't know your names. Okay. so it's like okay, my goal is to eliminate the team. Let me go look for targets. Those targets shoot back. Those targets think, they operate, they move. So if I were to ever find myself in a real firearms fight, God forbid, I don't know how I would respond. But in terms of airsoft, just being a player, it's really just like, hey, get those targets, complete your objectives, whatever they may be, and you know, just have fun playing. So I haven't noticed that, like, from airsoft to real firearms, that I shoot way more with the real firearm. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Gotcha. No, Real Well was saying fire discipline is completely different and is decided by the projectile and propellant of choice. Prime Tech added on to that, saying static targets versus live moving rivals with a different perspective.
Exactly.
No, because I always just imagine too, like, you know, I don't know if usually, right, if we're talking about someone who maybe does some type of firearms training course, right, maybe you've seen all those like courses as well, like those like classes that you can take where you show up to the range and they'll have some expert usually teaching like some form of skill, whether it be like room clearing, maybe they'll run certain like drills and stuff. But those look cool, right? Those look sick. But I always wonder to them, like, I'm sure they'd get like a couple of airsofters as well, like going into it as well. I wonder if they can tell the difference between someone who's never had any handling experience of all, because obviously airsoft and real is different, but you know there are some things that are similar. I wonder if they notice that there's any difference between someone who's gotten so used in life to playing airsoft versus someone who has no experience handling anything firearms shaped in their life.
Oh, you know, that's a really good question. I have heard stories of people who like become military or a police officer or some type of law enforcement where they're required to like get like real firearms training and required to carry a gun. There have been stories of like they were airsoft before that I've heard, and like instructors and things teaching them would be like, wow, you're like seem really comfortable with a gun in your hands. Like, have you done something before? And then they'll say like they played airsoft, and they'll be like, oh really? Okay, so like there is, I mean, compared to someone who has never held a gun or an airsoft gun or even like a paintball gun before, like I've seen people like that as well, and there is a level of fear or hesitation that they have, because it's like, especially going from 0 to 100 being a real firearm, like you put that in someone's hand and they have the tool to absolutely destroy something. So, like, yes, that's very intimidating. Like, even the first time I held a real firearm, being an airsofter for years, like, I was like, oh shit, like,
This is different.
nah, this is different. Like, and luckily, like, the people that took me out the first time, shout out to Mike, like, they were really like, hey, you know about like firearm safety that you've learned in airsoft. You need to hold that to the absolute maximum. Do not point it at anything you're willing to destroy or kill. Treat the gun as if it was always loaded, always pointing in the same direction, you know, be aware of your target, all these things. And like, you have to like instill that, just like, shit, because if I fuck up, I could fuck something, or if God forbid, someone up.
Yeah.
So
send someone to the hospital, if not send them to the grave.
Yeah, exactly. Which, you know, I'm not trying to turn this into a dark ass like like.
No, but it's important though that even our viewers know that, like, even though like we like to dick around obviously with airsoft guns, obviously like we'll shoot each other sometimes. I'll see Whiskey like shooting someone in the office with a spring gun. At the end of the day, that's airsoft, right? And we're all doing that like with iPro and everything. Right, we're being safe at the end of the day. With firearms, actual stuff, we don't fuck around with that shit like ever. So anyone that's listening right now, looking to get into it, still be serious when it comes to handling real firearms, because again, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. Hurts. Yeah, what is it? Real wild. In airsoft, stupid hurts. In firearms, stupid kills. That's facts. That's facts right there.
It's fucking facts, bro. 1,000,000% absolute facts.
All right, before we continue, wanted to let people know that, guys, remember to get your orders in right now. Any $20 or greater order automatically enters you into this week's live stream giveaway. Literally anything, BBs, batteries, chargers, green gas, gift vouchers, whatever it might be, you automatically get a chance at taking home a brand new YouTube unboxing mystery box this coming Thursday for the live stream giveaway. I have a promotion going on right now. I have two of them, actually, where every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries. But if you get yourself a BB Wars ticket, whether you go the Dirty Rebels or you go the Empire, you'll be getting yourself 4 chances, 4 entries of winning this week's giveaway. So do not miss out. We have a ton of stuff that is also discounted, including Vorsk, Raven, Gasolite airsoft pistols, and LCT, and so much more. Don't miss out. Check out the sales page and get your tickets in as well. You don't want to miss out. The date is fast approaching. What is it? May, January, February, March, April. April is almost over. I had to count what my months were. What month are we in? April. April is coming to a close. May is almost here, so make sure to go ahead and get your tickets in now while you can. Shut up. Stop laughing at me.
They've only been 21 days in April.
I forgot what
22 days. 22 days. It's the 22nd.
And yes, just so you know, whenever I have to figure out
March, April, he counted.
I'm counting with my hand too. February, March, April.
Fucking counting is hilarious.
And yeah, whenever I do the alphabet too, I have to sing the song too. It's like, okay, what is it?
No, that's justified. That's justified. Anybody that knows exactly what number a letter is, they're a fucking serial killer.
Yeah, no, 100%.
They have issues that are bigger than we know. They
put milk first in the bowl and then the cereal.
No, they're the type to pour milk into the bag of cereal and drink it.
Brother, I never in a million years would I have ever thought to use the bag like that. What kind of serial killer bullshit is that? What the fuck?
Oh shit. Oh my god, can you imagine? Can you imagine that shit? If I ever see somebody pull a full box of cereal, pour milk directly into the bag from the box, I'm leaving. I have to move. I have to leave the area.
What sort of paranormal activity is that?
They are a menace to society and the human race as it exists. That is.
Where are the bodies, sir? Where are the bodies? Where are you keeping them?
How many are there? How many?
Dartry, yeah. Milk first, I'm out.
Yeah, that's that bullshit. Oh,
you ever meet someone like that though, who does like some weird ass shit like that? I've known a person that actually wouldn't eat sushi like raw. Yes, the definition of sushi. They would only eat sushi if it was cooked. I'm not even joking.
So like baked rolls and tempura rolls and stuff?
Yeah. Like the first time
Yeah,
that they
bro.
go to like a more like I don't want to say like necessarily authentic, but they like, a little bit not as I guess westernized kind of like sushi place. The first thing that they're like looking at is like or looking is like, hey, we're the ones with all the cream cheese at. You know the motherfuckers I'm talking about too.
Let me tell you something. Whenever I can't be mad because each person has developed specific habits that they're comfortable with. And in their world, these habits are normal. And outside of their realm of understanding, it's strange and scary to them. So a lot of people aren't willing to explore in that sense, especially with something like sushi, where you're eating raw fish, right? But at the same fucking time, Jesus fucking Christ, man. If I were to go to bro, there ain't nothing wrong with cream cheese.
I love
in a
how
sushi
people are
roll.
getting defensive about this too.
Tempura is better than raw. Well, okay, guys, I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm not saying this is the only way. I'm just saying be open. Be willing to experiment and try. I can't front. It took years for me to get over the sliminess of raw fish in like nigiri. Right? Like, but now I'm more open to it. I'm able to eat it and be like, understand it. And even currently, there are still times where I'll maybe have like one too many pieces of like just like nigiri or something. It's just like, okay, I'm over this texture and it's putting me off. Like, that's perfectly fine. But be willing to try. That's how we grow as a person and as a society. We're willing to try other countries and cultures, food and other things. It could be maybe like a game or like a tradition that they have of something, you know? Like one thing that I don't think I'll ever get into is lederhosen. Isaias, did you know that lederhosen is supposed to be worn without underwear?
I did not know that. I found that out somehow randomly, and I found out that there's a reason why you say you're never supposed to wear another man's lederhosen. And you know that's the reason why. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just a random thing, you know. But things like that, you know, as a person, me, I try to be cultured. I try to understand another point of view in the world. There's so many fucking countries and ethnicities and cultures and all this shit. Of course, things are going to conflict, but if we have an open mind to these things and try to understand the reason behind it, that's how we grow. Wow, getting really philanthropical here.
When I went to Taiwan, dude, like I didn't know what half the stuff I was eating. Shit was good though. I didn't know what it was, but it was so good.
You know, I'm glad for you, Isaias. Even every time I hear about you going to Taiwan, the only thing I could think of because of Boaz and Boss is your flight.
Fuck that, bro. I hate that flight. I didn't think to get drunk beforehand. Had I known that there like I should have done, I would have 100% just gotten wasted before getting on the flight. Absolutely. That's the only time. I don't encourage drinking. I don't encourage alcoholism, everyone. Especially if you're younger. But I'm going to say this. If you're getting on a flight, get wasted, brother. That's the only time I'm going to endorse alcohol. But if you're going to go on a flight that's longer than 5 hours, drink till you can't drink anymore. Drink like your life depended on it. This is the only fountain in the desert. This is the only oasis you're going to get.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Don't do it.
I wish I had more. I ordered a double. The only time I was okay on the flight back was when I had a double shot of whiskey, and I was okay for a little bit. But the problem is my body burns off alcohol way too fast.
I can't do it. You know, I can understand your thought process because,
brother, 15 hours.
No, I see. Here's the thing. I don't know if I ever told you the story. The last BB Wars that me and Boaz went out to Texas.
Yeah.
I had a really bad anxiety attack the moment I stepped on the plane. When Boaz and I found our seat, I turned right to Boaz and I was like, I'm walking off this fucking plane right now.
Yeah, you did tell me.
And we're gonna have to, and I'm gonna take. If I get fired, so fucking be it. But I cannot live thinking that door is going to close and I'm gonna still be on this plane. My anxiety was so fucking high. And for those of you guys that don't know, I do suffer from chronic anxiety.
Like actually,
anxiety.
like actually.
Yeah. So I have medicine that helps me with that from a doctor. Okay. So like it's supposed to help me. So like I can only understand what you went through in that process. So was it on the way back it was really bad or on the way there?
So both were bad. The first, on the way to, was worse because one, I didn't expect it to be that bad. Two, 15 hours, right? I emphasize 15 fucking hours. The worst part was that I'm thinking, okay, is it just me? Am I just making this up? But apparently, even my brother and like everyone was looking up and didn't want to tell me. My brother, when he was checking, he was like, I wonder how Issa's doing. So he checks the flight and then he looks at it as like, because he can see the actual, like, I guess the flight route and where it's passing through. And he's like, what's that up ahead? So he scrolls through the Pacific and closer to Asia. He saw, oh, those are all storm clouds, specifically from a typhoon that they were experiencing all across Asia. And it's all like, it's just all black, right? From just it's massive clouds, massive like storm clouds that I'm going through, all this turbulence. And my brother literally said, he's dead. So he tells my mom, oh yeah, I lost a brother. We lost he's dead. And like it wasn't just like a light typhoon. No, they had like an actual typhoon. They had an actual fucking storm that we had to fly through. Laugh.
Oh my god.
I didn't have any alcohol. I didn't have any alcohol. I wasn't sitting next to Boaz. I was sitting next to this couple that didn't speak a lick of English. And I was like, man, I'm gonna die on a plane. I'm like,
why were you sitting by yourself?
Because I told Boaz, like, oh yeah, like let's sit next to each other. Yeah. So Boaz was insistent that like the way the kiosk system when we're checking in, he was insistent like, no, this way we're sitting next to each other. I'm like, Boaz, I think you got us like in another row. Like, no, I swear it's this way. I swear it's, you know how stubborn Boaz can be, right? He was convinced that his way was right, and then it wasn't until we were getting on the flight that he's like, oh. Bro, I messed up. We're sitting behind. It's like, I wonder who tried telling you earlier. So we were separate. He was also sitting next to a Chinese couple that didn't speak a lick of English either, and didn't let him sleep because they kept going to the bathroom. They had like the bladders of like a 6-year-old child each. So they was always going up to him, sorry, and they would like point to the bathroom. He's like, fuck. So he'd have to get up, go to the bathroom again. On the way back, it wasn't too bad because I found a method that kind of helped. If I rock myself in a very specific type of way, I don't feel the turbulence as much.
Later, Cutter.
Later, Cutter. Have yourself a good night. But if I rocked myself in a certain way, I didn't feel the turbulence as much. It wasn't as bad. I felt bad for Boaz because I kept like knocking him back like side to side. He was basically like a dick in the middle while I was like left nut, right? Like it was rough for him. I felt really bad. But I needed to do what I needed to survive, man. That shit was nah. The worst part is that on the way back is when I experienced, and I never experienced this before, is when I experienced flying through an air pocket. I have never done that before in my life. That's that shit when you're flying and you drop several thousand feet. Just
I've only heard stories about it, so
I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it.
I'm fairly sure. It's just one of those uncontrolled variables. You want to know what's funny? I recently rediscovered, because I found out about this app a while ago. Is an app where you can see how long a plane has been in service.
Yeah.
And how many miles it's flown, if it's had any repairs or anything. But the name of the app is "Am I Crashing?"
Is it really?
Yeah. So you can type in like your like plane number or whatever into the app, and it'll tell you, be like, oh yeah, like how many flights has it seen? Like obviously, I mean, I would hope that all of that is public information.
Yeah, of course you want that
access to know if the plane that I'm getting on is at risk for fucking crashing.
Yeah.
That's only what I wish for. But I myself question how I would handle a 15-hour-ish flight, like something dramatically long, going internationally, because I've only flown to Texas.
Yeah.
And that 3.5 hour flight, there have been times where it goes. I mean, again, it is 3.5 hours.
But it's still turbulence is turbulence, man.
Yeah, I've had one flight, actually 2 flights, that were like multiple eternities in my mind because of my anxiety. It was just that bad. So you being stuck, did you get any sleep on either flight?
Did I feel stuck? Wait, what? What was the question?
Did you get any sleep on either of the flights?
No,
to and from?
not at all. Especially that 15-hour one. I didn't get a lick of sleep. I was so anxious the entire time. I felt like I was going to cry, and I was like, okay, I can't panic right now. We're going to be fine. I kept telling myself, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm like, at some points, I am praying to God right there. Like, please, just don't let me fucking die inside a plane. I don't want to die via plane. And to make matters worse for myself, and this is more of like a me being an idiot, I thought, okay, I'm going to play a movie to distract myself, right? I'll immerse myself in whatever movie it is that I'm watching, so that way I can get away from all this anxiety. Without thinking, I just picked a movie that I hadn't seen yet, not all the way through. Can you guess what the movie was?
I swear to God, it feels like Maverick.
It was Top Gun Maverick.
I fucking knew it.
I didn't think.
How the fuck did I know? How the fuck did I know?
So as we're like, as they're doing like the maneuvers.
How the fuck did I know that, Isaias?
As we're doing the maneuvers through the canyon, I'm also experiencing the turbulence. I'm like, did I order the fucking 4D experience? Like, at Universal, you get the Shrek 4D, the ride. It's like that shit, but for Top Gun. Jesus Christ.
I would absolutely, I'd lose my mind. At some point, like, I just need like, you had the right thought process of trying to lock into something, but bro, pick the moment in the movie where I realized, oh shit, this is about planes. Maybe I shouldn't watch this.
I think the worst one though would probably be like Final Destination though.
Fair.
If you guys haven't seen the very first Final Destination, and if you're planning on taking a flight soon, don't watch that movie. Like, do not watch that movie. I cannot, in good faith, recommend that to you. That you are asking for anxiety attacks at that point.
Don't watch that. No, go ahead.
Oh my fucking God. Let me tell you, I hit like 8 to 10 air pockets flying back from Montana. My soul left my body a few times. I died inside.
See, and the way I picture that is his soul is still where it was in the air. And his body is
down
hundreds
here.
of feet lower below the plane. I get that. So, I fucking get that. Yeah, but what Isaiah said, don't watch Final Destination. Don't watch, obviously, Top Gun. Don't watch, what's that movie with the autonomous jet?
Stealth. I love that
Jamie
movie.
Foxx. It's actually a really good movie, underrated. Don't go into American history, specifically around 2001. Don't watch Snakes on a Plane. Don't watch what's that movie with Liam Neeson where he
Nonstop. No, that's the train. That's the train.
How a train?
Yeah, Nonstop was a train movie with Denzel Washington, where Denzel Washington fights a train.
Oh no! But Liam Neeson, he
on
was
the plane.
He
plays an air marshal. Yeah.
Don't watch that one. Don't watch anything
Sully.
with a plane.
Sully. Don't watch Sully.
Sully. Don't watch Sully. Don't anything with a plane. Just don't do it.
Oh, what's that one with Denzel Washington again, where he actually is a pilot and he gets like there's a whole case because he was drinking, but he was able to land the plane successfully. You know the one I'm talking about.
Denzel Washington.
Was it literally just called Flight? Yeah, he plays this pilot. Yeah, Flight. He plays this is a commercial airline pilot, and on this one flight, he does this thing where he gets like has a few drinks because I guess he's like kind of dating one of the what are they called? Not air hostess. What are they called again?
Attendance?
Yeah, he's dating one of the like flight attendants, and she's like sneaking him like a few alcohol, like little mini whiskeys and stuff. So he's like taking in drinks in between his flight when he's resting, and they experience an issue with the plane, so he has to do an emergency landing, and he's able to do this crazy maneuver, but they have to do an investigation because they're like, okay, just to make sure everything was there, and he was drinking, so now he's in court.
I don't think I'll watch that movie.
Don't.
Give it a watch. but not when I'm about to hop on a plane.
Dude, that movie funny.
Some guys just say don't watch Airplane, don't watch Castaway.
Airplane is funny though.
What's Airplane? Which one's Airplane?
Airplane's one of those like parody movies.
Wait, is it the one with the cover art that's the sky and the plane is like
there's like a loop, it's like tied in a knot?
Like
yeah.
A knot?
Yeah. Soul Plane? Don't watch that one.
I was about to say, don't watch Soul Plane.
Yeah, don't watch Soul Plane, dude. That movie fucking made me laugh, dude. I remember watching that shit.
Shit, that's funny. I mean, yeah, obviously, watch something that's entertaining, but try to get your mind off of the traumas that you're having in that moment, the crisis that you are in. Okay?
Dude, I just watched Dune. I watched both movies back to back to try to like distract myself.
You know, I can't lie, I haven't watched Dune yet.
Bro, what?
I know, and I've heard amazing things about
It's
it.
so good. It's so good.
I know. I've been lacking. I can't even lie. I've been lacking in the movie watching. I've just watched Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah,
like a few months ago for the first time.
Was it good?
And I was like, it was good. I liked it.
Oh, okay.
I actually really enjoyed it. I mean, it is a Marvel movie, but you know, ever since Endgame and Infinity War,
It's been hard, man.
you know, or even I would say even No Way Home. I think No Way Home was the like the last like big film that they've done, because what came out after that?
A lot of shows. More shows.
Yeah, the shows are good. The shows are good. WandaVision was
She-Hulk?
good. I didn't watch She-Hulk. I can't lie. That put me off.
Yeah, that's why I tried watching it.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier was good.
I liked that one. That one was good.
DJ, have a good night, my boy.
Later, DJ. Take it easy.
Loki was good. Do they have season 2 of Loki? I only watch up until he replaces what's his name?
Wow.
The time guy. Shang-Chi was one of the better Marvel movies. Yeah, fair. You see? Like, because here's the thing. At a certain point, like, to keep up with, like, the shock and awe, Marvel had to come up with the next cataclysmic event.
Yeah.
Right?
Morbius.
So, yeah, like...
It's Morbin time.
It's Morbin time. No, I didn't even watch that one.
Madam Web.
But I didn't watch that either. It didn't look appealing to me, and I heard it was trash.
It was. No, it actually genuinely like was not good. I actually watched a little bit of it, and I was like, this blows, dude. This is not good. That wasn't good. She-Hulk wasn't good. Moon Knight was okay, but it ended kind of weird, and they haven't done a season 2
I need to watch
yet.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight was good. I like Moon Knight.
Yeah.
What else is good? Obviously, Falcon Winter Soldier was good. Here's the thing: I do like Marvel stuff. I really do. I just wish that the current stuff that they're putting out was good. It really feels like they just kind of got. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong, but it just felt like they got really lazy and were just like, "Hey, if we slap a Marvel label on it, no matter what we do, people will watch it."
That's absolutely fair. That is, like, I can't even be mad at that statement because, like, I feel like at some point they are somewhat taking it for granted. So, I mean,
I like what people were saying about Doomsday, where it's like, oh yeah, it feels like Marvel has something to lose, and it's I like that. I want Marvel to put in the work again. Really, I think they even realized they fucked up, and I'm like, all right, we gotta put everything. We gotta put our whole Marvel-ussy into this next one.
Yeah, Prime Tech said Falcon and Winter Soldier was good, but not great. I agree. I agree to that. Like, I didn't even want to watch the new Captain America.
Oh, Brave
I mean,
New
I will watch it, but I wasn't like
excited.
It's actually funny. Yeah, because it's actually funny because me and Roth were talking about it. We actually did a podcast that isn't out yet, but we ranked all of the current Marvel MCU like the MCU movies,
MCU
not
tier
including the
list?
shows. Yeah, MCU tier list.
Hell yeah! I want to watch that one.
Coming out soon. But like we didn't talk to each other about it, but when we got to fucking Captain America, not Civil War, and the Winter Soldier, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, or what was the name of the second movie? Was it the Winter Soldier?
Yeah, Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier. That was such a fucking, in my opinion, cinematic masterpiece of a superhero movie.
Yes,
because it gave so much more complexity to Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
And like we all know he's a super soldier. We all know he is the symbol, the leader of the Avengers, whatever. But prior to that movie, there was only one scene in the MCU that really showed him being a super soldier, which is when he chased after the car after he was half naked in the first Captain America, right?
Yeah.
Like where he caught up to the car, and I thought like, yeah, he's a fucking superhero. He should catch up to a car. Like that should be fucking obvious. But in the Winter Soldier, when the opening scene where he's next to the Falcon and on your left running past him, and like the scene where it's just
times, just over and over again.
Yeah, but it's the one clip where it's like on your left, he's like motherfucker, and then they cut to like right after that, and he's like halfway down the fucking path.
Yeah,
it's like goddamn, like it was just eye opening for me. It was just like, man, fuck, he was fast. That motherfucker's fast. And then in Infinity War, when it's him and Black Panther in Wakanda,
and they're just
running past the regulars, yeah, going to the front line, I was like, damn, these motherfuckers are quick. They are fucking fast. But that wasn't a world-ending enemy. It was the introduction of Hydra again, and how they're fucking with SHIELD and the government, whatever. But after like the phase 2, everything had to be, this will destroy the world. This will destroy the galaxy. Thanos is gonna kill half of the universe.
It felt like there were such high stakes.
Yeah, it was always a high stakes thing. It's just like, man, motherfucker. Okay, but we did get to see it in Infinity War, which Boaz says is like his favorite like superhero movie because the bad guy won, which is a really good take.
That's actually one of my favorites too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. A really big take. I mean, it's funny to see, like, at the time, like, after the movie was released and everyone's depressed, he's like, fuck, you won.
I hate that you ruined that scene for me, though, because you did the meme where, like, when I would be watching it, you would play the yeet sound effect every time someone got, like, snapped out of reality. I hate this MFer almost ruined the movie for me because like we're watching it and then he'll just go out with his soundboard on his phone and he'll just play yeet 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 every time someone like just turns into dust and I'm like, you asshole, you jerk. I think he's gonna find it right now.
Do I have that soundboard? Oh, it's so good. That soundboard. Hold on.
it was so like. It's the worst one was of course Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good, and then he did it. I was like, you MFer, you took away all the seriousness. I hate that. I hate that. Now that sound is forever linked with Infinity War.
I just remember when it showed like a bunch of people like getting like snapped, like turning into dust. I was just like,
yeet, 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 yeet.
Oh Lord, that That is top fucking tier.
All right, last
Woo!
question I'll ask for the night. Last question I'll ask for the night.
Okay.
All Avengers, and I mean everyone, right? Or actually, better yet,
Mhm.
let me not limit it to Avengers. Let's do all of Marvel. Let's do all of Marvel. Top, like, favorite character so far. Top character so far out of every
Top
Marvel.
singular character.
Top favorite Marvel character thus far. Like, if I had to pick, like, for example, if I had to pick my absolute favorite go-to every single time I'm gonna watch everything that this MFer is in, it is a toss-up between Wolverine and, yeah, probably would be Venom. Just as a character too, I've always liked Venom. I don't know, random thing. I was just like curious as to like what yours actually was. I've never asked you Marvel. I've asked you DC, never Marvel.
My DC answer.
DC was Batman, if I remember. No, Nightwing. I think it was Nightwing.
Oh yeah, Nightwing is my favorite DC character. I don't know if he's like my go-to for everything, but he is my overall like favorite character of DC.
Prime Tech, I'll be honest, I've never rooted for a villain more than rooting for Namor in Wakanda Forever. Bro, same! Dude, the scene where he just goes ham on all the Spaniards, bro. Jazz and I watched it together. We were cheering. We were actually cheering.
Let me tell you something. I don't remember Wakanda Forever that much.
It's fine. It wasn't perfect.
Because I was watching it on the way back from BB Wars in the plane.
Oh no!
But me and boys got drinks on the plane.
You got blitzed.
We only had one drink, but boy, the elevation is crazy. But I just remember thinking, wow, this is wow, that's something. I don't really remember, so I do got to give it. I have to do it justice and watch it again. But I mean. Side note, before I answer the question, there was a thing going around on social media for Wakanda Forever. They were saying if they could spin the story in a way where they bring Michael B. Jordan back and have him become the next Black Panther, I think that would have been top tier.
Oh, hell yeah. 100%.
Wakanda had the technology. They cryo froze Bucky.
Yeah.
And got rid of his brainwashing. Like they could have done something similar to heal Killmonger, right? Like that would have been like top tier. I'm not faulting them for what it is, but if that's the way they would have spun it, hands down, I think it would have been amazing. But
I will say I did like and appreciated the fact that, like, because obviously, you know, he died, right? Not Killmonger. I'm talking about the actual actor that played T'Challa, right? He died.
Oh
right?
yeah.
There's nothing they could have done like about it. So I am glad that they, for the most part, they handled it with the utmost respect, and I like that they addressed that. They played that into the story, right? So I do like that.
Oh yeah.
I do think it was tastefully done, and I don't hate Zuri as a character. I actually think she could have been think she's a pretty decent Black Panther. But yeah, you just can't replace Michael B. Jordan, man. Michael B. Jordan's Michael B. Jordan. Like, he's too cool.
Oh, yeah. I think to have him play the one-off character was such
a mistake. Yes.
Yeah, it was. Oh man, they really dropped the ball on that one. Because if Killmonger were to have been a returning character,
oh, dude,
it would have made me more invested.
Did you see the What If series?
I didn't.
The What If series is actually cool because I like what they do with his character. He ends up making an appearance. I guess I'll spoil the episode a little bit.
Go ahead.
It's the opening of the first Iron Man movie, but instead of him getting captured by that like insurgent group, he's saved by Killmonger.
Oh shit!
He's saved by him, and then he ends up forming a relationship with him, and he kind of sweet talks his way into to become Tony's best friend. So Tony never becomes Iron Man, but he's able to kind of play both sides a little bit. So eventually he ends up becoming kind of like the false savior of Wakanda and becomes the next Black Panther.
Oh, damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's tight. It's cool. I highly recommend you watch because he just starts killing off everybody before they become like a genuine threat. Like he'll kill off like War Machine immediately.
Oh, Dartree just said Michael B. Jordan, Black Panther, if in the What If series, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Michael B. Jordan was the voice actor for Killmonger?
Yes. He actually voices. Yeah, he came back to. Michael B. Jordan's a pretty active voice actor as well. Whenever he can, he's done like anime before as well. He's a big weeb, dude. He's a big weeb. He loves Naruto.
Oh no, bro. I wholeheartedly believe that because when he did Creed 3, he and what's his name, Major, his real name, Major something.
Major Payne?
Who was something Major. I forget his name.
Yeah.
Dishonor on me. They're both anime fans, and they took like aspects of like anime or like anime fights where like during like one like punch or something, like the scene will slow down and like carry out like a thought in the middle of the fight, and they kind of did that in Creed 3, and I thought that was like
peak
top tier. But
all right,
yeah,
gun to your head. Who you picking?
Gun to my head. Who's your favorite Marvel character?
And if you say Morbius, I swear to God.
Fuck, that's a hard one, bro, because I am really invested into a lot of characters in Marvel. Like even before the MCU.
Yeah, of course.
Like I was really into like Spider-Man, obviously, but Captain America, Thor, all the original Avengers and stuff. So, man, I feel like it's a cop-out if I say Spider-Man, but
that's fine.
Like if I have to pick a character in the MCU, it probably would be Spider-Man, just because there are so many different ways his story is told in different comics, different movies and stuff.
Now we're talking Peter Parker Spider-Man, we're talking Miles Morales, we're talking Ben Reilly. What are we talking?
Peter Parker specifically.
Okay.
I think there, just with the Peter Parker Spider-Man, they really emphasized the human aspect of him versus other superheroes in the MCU. Not saying that they didn't with others, because they have. They've obviously shown origin stories. But the way that Spider-Man was created, his origin story, how he's constantly a underdog.
Yeah, in almost every fight.
Yeah, in like every fucking fight. I think it really like just speaks to me as like a fan, just because like, yeah, he's going through financial issues. This motherfucker's always broke. This motherfucker's going through love issues. He's always fucking up somehow.
MJ's always messing around. Fucking...
yeah. And like, just like he's had to suffer through loss. He's have to, and again, not saying that other characters don't have that story or level of complexity to them.
But the writers have always intentionally made like Peter Parker's life just fucking terrible.
No, yeah, this motherfucker, give him a break.
Yeah, seriously.
Give this motherfucker a break, okay? Like even in the Amazing Spider-Man comics, where he meets Mephisto in the Crossroads, and like Aunt May just died, and he has a successful relationship with MJ, and I believe he has a kid. I forget, or they're married. I forget, but he has to erase that to bring Aunt May back, and I was like, fuck, like that shit just like I get it. It's like it
pisses you off because it's like, just let him live.
Yeah, let this motherfucker be happy. God damn it, let him be happy. That's it. That's all we fucking asked for. Okay? But Same time, you know, that's what makes him such a relatable character.
Yeah.
Because it shows him going through all these troubles that all of us will deal with at one point or another, or are currently dealing with. And again, I can't discredit all the other characters, but they just portrayed Spider-Man as a regular person time and time and time again. So I probably have to go Spider-Man.
Oh, it's a valid pick. It's a valid pick. I love how I got the.
But at the same time, like I like Wolverine. I like Captain America. Of course, he's a goat. You know, I do love Black Panther. I love Bruce Banner's story. It's hard, but Spider-Man. I'll settle on Spider-Man.
That's valid. Absolutely valid. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Billy Mota says Thanos. All right, guys, that's going to be it for tonight. Cisco, I want to say a big thank you to you for hopping in on tonight's live stream. I know a lot of fans have missed you for some time, so I was glad to have you back on the stream. It was a delightful treat, I'm sure, for everybody.
No, thank you for having me. I mean, yeah, my schedule's still kind of fucked up, but, you know, every so often I'll do my best to try and hop on when I can.
I absolutely appreciate it. And where can people find you for your podcast?
Here I'll just hi there. You could go to that account and that's where I upload my podcast.
Sweet. Check that out. Or no worries. All right then, Cisco. I will let you get back to it. You have yourself a wonderful night, brother.
All right, you too, my boy. Guys, take advantage of the sales we got going on and enter the Shopping Spree giveaway because it's going to be coming up. You don't want to miss out, and you want to be the winner.
Absolutely. All right, take it easy, bro.
All right, bro. Later.
All right, guys, that's going to be it for me as well. Hopefully, you guys had yourself a fantastic little stream. Again, it was nice to be able to hang out with the old Mayo man himself, being able to hop on these streams, just talk through some random stuff, Airsoft and not. Again, we have a giveaway coming up this Thursday. I appreciate every single one of you guys for sticking through all the way to the end. It was super, super cool hanging out with every single one of you guys, just hanging out with the rest of the community. Again, there is still an opportunity for you guys to get entered into the live stream giveaway. Just make sure you're getting your $20 or greater order. Every order that you place through Airsoft GI will not only keep the camera rolling, the lights on, and these giveaways going, but we'll have more stuff as well. And remember, BB Wars is fast approaching. Get your tickets. If you haven't already, spread the word around. Let's get more people buying tickets and entering this thing. Remember, the more people we have, the more successful BB Wars becomes, the more likely it is we can expand BB Wars and maybe eventually, at some point in time, we'll be able to get BB Wars happening in your home field. This has been Isaias, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. I would not